we don't need roads.
Adam, good to see you again, man. How are you?
Good to see you. I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing so well, dude. Your performance is absolutely phenomenal. I got 1,000 questions for you, so I'm just going to jump into it.
Okay. All right.
One of the things that I really think is just most fascinating about this film is that every character is seeing the events from a different perspective. It's one of those situations where everyone's the hero of their own story. So I was wondering if you could sit in a movie theater with Patrizia and watch this film, and when it's over, ask her, what did you think of this aspect of my performance? What is the aspect that you would love to get her thoughts on?
Oh, I don't think I'd want to touch that. I don't. I try to stay outside of. There's the reality, and then there's our movie. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know.
Fair enough. What's interesting though is because this film takes place over such a wide span of time, the relationship between Patrizia and Maurizio obviously changes. I was wondering if that has any impact with the relationship with your co-star. As your character changes his relationship with his wife, does your relationship with Lady Gaga change at all off camera?
No. I don't think so. It's separate from reality. If anything, the more we work together, the more intimate you become with someone. There was, with all the actors, there's a mutual, admiration that was happening. But it's like working with, what it's like with working with great actors. Everyone's prepared. When you're making movies, you're constantly fighting everything that's trying to make it not work. You're in a set where there's suddenly like a car alarm that's going off. You're racing time. You're racing a lot of personalities. So it's really stressful. It can be really stressful because it's trying to think creatively with a ticking clock. And when people are prepared and kind of demonstrate through their performance or the way they are on set that they're there regardless of those elements that are trying to make it not work, they're there to help you make it work. It's hard not to trust those people or have camaraderie. It's one of the best things about making films, I think.
Well, I think that's also a reason that you have so many incredible collaborators you've been working with throughout your career. I want to talk about the moment, if you don't mind, in which Maurizio is killed. That is a moment that none of us would ever really know how to get into that headspace for. I'm sort of curious for you as an actor, what is that day like on set? Do you approach that day any differently than every other day on this film?
No, I mean it's very similar to it's similar to everything. You don't really think about it. You let it kind of happen. I think I was kind of aware of it, but the more things that are like days in the schedule, you try to block out in your mind as much as possible. I'm not always successful at it, but I have learned that anticipation of how a scene is going to be can kind of be the death of it. Well, I mean, I'm making a pun and I didn't even realize it, but or a joke. I don't know if people say puns.
My dog thought it was funny.
I was going to say, is that your dog or did you break into someone's house?
No, my dog thought it was great. As we wrap up, so many members of the Gucci family were worried about their name and their brand and their legacy. I was wondering as an actor, when you're building a filmography, if you concern yourself at all with that, with like at a point, like what the name Adam Driver means.
Oh God, it's like I'm like trying to give you a quick answer. I'm sure there is there is ego in that where you're. I don't plan projects around that though. I don't think like I will be remembered. I really it's a director's medium, so it seems to make sense to me to work with great directors. Filmography does say something about who you are. It's inevitably political, where you're representing yourself without saying it. So it's a little abstract. But so I guess in that sense, yeah, it is. You do want to be representing yourself a certain way. I never really put it into words until you're really talking about it. But it says something about. It says something about something. I don't know. I'll keep thinking about it.
Dude, I seriously I just want to say thank you, man. You're always so kind to me, and you were one of my favorite actors working today, and I don't get to talk to you often, but whenever I do, it's always an honor. I just really appreciate you taking the time to fit me into your schedule.
Oh, well, thank you very much. Thank you. I appreciate it.
And my dog loves you as well, if you can't tell.
Yeah.
Where we're going, we don't need roads.